What's going on? This is Greg. We back for week 2 with those Colorado Buffaloes. I know we got a lot of new fans, a lot of new bandwagon nerds that's jumping on board. Hope you got your application, all your paperwork filled out. It's going to be a long, fun season. Probably not that long, but it's going to be a ride. We have a big game, rival game coming up this week with Nebraska, and then that's going to be at home. We got another game at home next week against Colorado State. I would think that would be a rivalry, somewhat of a rivalry, I guess. But Nebraska's, it's one of those big-time rivalries with Colorado going back to the Big 8, Big 12. So this is going to be a game. It's not really a test. Nebraska is not ranked. Nobody's really checking for Nebraska, but it is a rivalry game. And for the most part, over the long history, they've got the best of them. But it's not a good team. New coach. Kind of expected what Colorado would be. New coach. They're trying to figure some things out. They lost last week to Minnesota. Minnesota quarterback was somewhat average. And I think Colorado had the game beat. But it was a fairly low-scoring game, and they gave up a big play towards the end from what I believe. I only watched the game up to halftime just to kind of get an idea of what it looked like. And that's before they even played, Colorado even played TCU. I said, okay, this is not a good look. Because I kind of had a feel for the players and how the team played, even before TCU, just the pace. I said, not quite it. So I'm one of those guys who really know the team, who's following the team pretty much daily since December, all the transition, all the new players, incoming players, watching other channels. I'm not really the guy who brings the data and the analyticals and the film reviews and the video reviews, but I'm just bringing you the real talk. And, if you like that, if you've seen some of my work in the past, go check out some of my other videos. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Definitely, as the season goes on, I'm definitely going to be doing some things. I didn't go live like I want. I'm probably not going to go live till a minute here. Fairly new channel. So, hey, just make sure you all check in, hit that notification button as well. But I can tell, with Nebraska, they have decent size up front. I mean, I think they always have. But the skill players, as we've been saying and as people are saying, very few people, as I've said, can keep up with Colorado. They have extreme depth at the receiver position of speed and talent. We have a couple of those UCF, USF boys, Jimmy Horn, Xavier Weaver. Those guys are very quick, very explosive, good hands, good speed, especially Jimmy Horn in the slot. It's a matchup nightmare for the average safety or whoever's trying to cover him. He's just going to be open. He's going to eat your middle of your field open. So if you don't have really, you need almost like a number one DB to cover him. Same thing with Xavier Weaver. Then you have Travis Hunter out there. And if you leave him open, what he's going to do. He'll put 3 touchdowns up on you by himself. So that's going to be a challenge for anybody who don't have like some real top DBs. And when you have somebody like Shador who can throw the ball the way he does, he's going to slice and dice you short, intermediate, and long. That's what's going to happen. Anybody. Nebraska defense is not built that way. They had a hard time against Minnesota, and Minnesota didn't have the weapons of the quarterback. So I'm letting you know right now, it's not going to be a shootout because Nebraska also, their offense is not explosive. They will run the ball. Their quarterback is not a great thrower. He will run, but the fact that it takes longer to score on the run and you're just not going to put up a lot of points that way, especially on this defense, you're just not going to outscore Shador once again. So it's not going to be close because of that. It could get really bad because Colorado's offense is very explosive, especially with the matchup against Nebraska defense. So if the defense come and really, because they got a chip on their shoulder, and shut Nebraska down, it's not going to be pretty early. I mean, it could be over by halftime, if not early, honestly. I mean, this offense has the ability to put up probably 21 points in the first quarter against Nebraska, and Nebraska won't put up 21 points in the first quarter. So I'm predicting a real blowout. I've been saying at least 3 touchdown win. That's what I've been saying for Nebraska. And with that, expect to see some new players emerge that you haven't got to see or whatever to get a chance to get some reps. And even they're going to show out. And he's going to be like, whoa, they put in the backups and they're showing out. it's going to be interesting. You're going to get a chance to see some new faces and some new names this week. And I also believe very similar to next week. So we're not going to get too far into next week. But like I said, Colorado will be 3-0. I'm starting to hear people say that. I said that a week ago, just looking at the schedule. And I've also said that they're going to enter conference play 3-0. Going to go up and beat Oregon, and that's going to be a big deal. And then they got to come back and play USC at home. And that's going to be a very big game. Probably be game of the week or something like that. College game day back in Boulder. And it's going to be a Heisman versus Heisman. There's going to be a lot of Heisman talk at that game by that point. And it's going to be even some playoff talk possibly. Once they beat USC at home. Now USC has a disadvantage coming to Boulder with that fast offense and in that elevation. So, and again, that's getting ahead. But I just want you to know Greg said it. And that's what's coming. But it's not really a lot to say about this week. I mean, maybe after, after last week, people realize the matchup is not as close as they would think. And even though the little spreads are smaller, it went from expecting Colorado to lose by a little, to now win by a little. So they are expecting to win, but they're not giving them a huge spread, which is crazy. I guess they just not quite all the way there or ready to give that kind of credit to them. But I'm predicting a blowout this week. Will it be a point of back and forth? I don't know. I mean, far as, stopping, I just don't see them stopping the offense. I just don't see them stopping the offense. And maybe they come back and forth a little bit in the defense in the beginning. I don't know. I expect the defense to come out and play this week. Even with the running quarterback, I don't think he's that dynamic. I think if they get their alignment together and their assignments together, which hopefully they've been doing all week, because that's all they really suffer with TCU. I could see the plays. I saw the touchdowns a mile away. The alignment was very horrible. It was almost like youth football on some of those plays. Like everybody shifted over, nobody's out there. You can run there, nobody's going to be over there. So that was alignment and assignment. Some of those, tackles, DNs coming down, rushers coming down, not in containment. And they're going to definitely have to contain to stop that run. So that's fundamental stuff for at this level. You come upfield 2 yards deep into the backfield. You don't run all the way up the backfield and create a lane. You come down and you scrape down. You stay at home, contain, all that type of stuff. And that eliminate the running lanes. If you run up the field like you're playing junior varsity or Little League football and the quarterback step on the pocket and run right past you, he's already past the second level and the quarterback is getting hit by safeties and safeties leading in tackles. That's what happens when the line doesn't maintain their assignments and their alignments. And then, of course, the linebackers have to fill in from there. But that's football talk. I don't want to get into that. I think the linebackers gonna get a little chewing this week. And the linemen are definitely going to have to step up. They have a lot of depth there. If you're not ready, you get moved out of the way. So it's going to be a good game for the defense, I believe. Maybe they have a little chip on their shoulder. People say, oh, the defense sucked. The middle of the line is soft. And to me, with all that being said, that's not good for Nebraska because there's no way they're going to outscore the firepower that comes with Colorado. Colorado actually is going to be better this week, believe it or not. They can be more precise, less errors, more touchdowns. I wouldn't even be surprised if the only thing that can stop him from breaking the yard record from last week is just that they just get so far ahead the game slows down and they kind of put in the backups and things like that. That's the only thing. But he's going to jump out there 400 yards easy. So, like I said, y'all come back by. Check us out. Check me out. Like, share, subscribe. Greg said it. And I'll talk to you all soon.